It was a gray Tuesday morning, the kind where even the sky looks tired. David Lewis, 47, stood at a bus stop clutching his coffee cup, coat pulled tight against the wind. He'd lost his job 3 weeks ago. His savings were gone. His wife had left months before that, taking their daughter with her. He wasn't angry, just empty. He looked down at the crumpled $5 bill in his hand. It was all he had left. The bus was late, and rain began to fall. Then he noticed a man sitting at the end of the bench, homeless, wrapped in a tattered blanket, shivering. The man looked up and said softly, "Sir, you wouldn't happen to have $1 for a coffee, would you?" David hesitated. He thought, "I can't even help myself." But something inside whispered, "You still can help someone else." He walked to the cafe across the street and returned with 2 steaming cups. "Here," he said, "extra sugar. You look like you could use it." The man smiled weakly. "Thank you. I'm Sam." "David." And just like that, 2 strangers shared warmth on a cold morning neither would ever forget. They sat together as the rain came down harder. Sam spoke first. "You look like you've had better days." David chuckled. "You too." Sam smiled, then sighed. "Used to have it all. A job, family, a house. Then my company shut down. One mistake turned into another. Before I knew it, I lost everything." David frowned. "What did you do before this?" Sam replied quietly, "Finance. I used to help people plan their futures." "Funny, huh? I couldn't even plan my own." David looked at him, really looked. This wasn't some lazy drifter. This was a man who'd fallen, just like him. When the bus finally arrived, David stood. "You'll be okay, Sam. I can feel it." Sam smiled. "Maybe so, but I think you will be, too." They shook hands and David got on the bus. That night, David sat staring at his laptop. He'd sent out dozens of job applications, and no one had called back. He opened his inbox one last time. One unread email. Interview invitation, Harper Vale Financial Group. His heart jumped. He remembered that was the firm he'd applied to last week. He hadn't worked in finance since before the divorce. He'd lost confidence in himself. But he thought of Sam, the way he still spoke with hope despite everything. David ironed his shirt, practiced his smile, and promised himself one thing. "Tomorrow, I'll walk in like the man I used to be." The next morning, David walked into a tall glass building downtown. The receptionist smiled politely. "Mr. Lewis, please wait. The hiring director will see you shortly." He took a deep breath. His palms were sweating. Then the door opened. A man stepped out, wearing a suit, neatly trimmed beard, confident, calm. David froze. It was Sam, the same man from the bus stop. Sam smiled in disbelief. "David," David stammered. I don't understand." Sam walked forward, eyes kind. "I told you things can change." He turned to the receptionist. "Cancel my next meeting." Then to David, "Come inside, my friend." They sat in the office. Sam poured 2 coffees, black, extra sugar. Sam explained, "I wasn't lying about losing everything, but I rebuilt. I now run this firm, Harper Vale. I was at the bus stop visiting my old neighborhood, just to remember where I came from." David sat speechless. Sam continued, "You didn't judge me. You didn't walk away. You shared your last $5 with me. That told me more about your character than any resume ever could." He smiled. "If you want a job, it's yours. I could use a man who still knows the value of compassion." David's voice cracked. I don't know what to say." "Say yes." David laughed, the first real laugh in months. "Yes." Months later, David was back on his feet. He had a new home, a new purpose, and every Friday, he stopped by the bus stop with 2 coffees. Sometimes someone sat there, lost, hopeless, quiet. He always sat down beside them, and always said the same thing: "Everything can change. You just need one good person to believe in you." One rainy morning, years later, a young man approached the same bus stop. He looked cold, tired, and defeated. He sat down beside a stranger who handed him a coffee and smiled. "Rough day?" the man asked. The young man nodded. Yeah. The stranger smiled wider. Don't worry. Things have a way of turning around when you least expect it. The young man sipped the coffee, looked up, and read the words on the stranger's business card. David Lewis, Harper Vale Financial Group. He smiled. Thank you, sir. David winked. Just paying forward what someone once gave me. A second chance. The bus pulled up, and the two strangers rode away in silence. One life changed forever, just like before. Kindness costs little, but it can change everything. You never know what someone's fighting. Be the reason they keep going.